Right now, we're going to LAX to pick up my boy Zappis. Should have just landed.
Police reported ahead.
Police are reported ahead. But other than that, we have Ryder coming in a little bit later today. Pick them both up. Probably grab a bite to eat, see if they're hungry. Take them to the apartments, let them settle down a little bit. And I'll take them into the studio and watch the games. I've absolutely never done this before. You know, this is like absolute perfect timing. How you doing, man? Matt?
Yeah, good.
Welcome to the motherland.
It's warm.
America? Oh yeah. It's always this temperature. It'll never, doesn't really fluctuate too much up or down.
Yeah.
Alright.
Here.
Let's see what I got in my trunk. Yeah, we got some space. You see how I pretend to be active? I have a baseball bat, a skateboard. I was like SAS Scandinavian. I think I flew that and it was pretty good. I'm just gonna book that. I think that one's an okay one. Your clock's still in
It's
what time is it in Finland?
it's like 12 p.m. or like 9.
I guess we could walk back in,
Yeah.
try to get some drinks. What do you want to eat your first meal?
Burger?
Burger.
Yeah.
Very American.
Before Zappis I said that you must eat burger and both.
Okay. I'll get you the In-N-Out burger.
Yeah, I don't know burger.
It's okay. But it's an okay burger, but everyone who comes here has to eat it. Like, good or bad?
Good.
Maybe sleep, yeah?
Yeah.
Maybe crying.
We got some stuff here.
Yeah, I'll move everything. Think over there, maybe? It's a very nice car, right?
Yeah, right.
So nice.
My name is Joonas Alakurti, my in-game nickname is Zappis. I'm a flex player for Florida Mayhem and I'm from Turku, Finland. I've mostly played with Suppe. He's my ex-teammate from NIP. I met the other guys in the field, mostly on the opposing team, so but I guess I knew the guys from there as well.
This is your room. For now. I think you're in here, Ryder. I'll build it in a little bit. Otherwise, you could just sleep on the mattress for now.
Yeah.
I'll get you. I'll bring blankets and everything tonight. Okay. Feels good.
Cool, in and out.
Yeah. And then I think the rest are sprays.
I got extra gold.
Try it. Jonas.
This is where I took my last championship.
How many championships do you have?
One.
This is where I took my one and only championship.
One actual.
It feels good to be back.
I'm only counting the major lands. There haven't been that many, to be honest.
Yeah.
So even one is pretty good.
Ready? Now we're walk in, they're gonna be like, oh my god, Ryder, Zappis, hello guys.
Hello. It's gonna be very hard to find a limit. Hello. Like anytime
Nice to meet you. Oh, good flight? Yeah, good flight. Hi there.
Oh, this one.
Hello. Papa. Hi, Zappis.
Hello. Mr. Ryder.
Zappis.
Dude.
Oh, Japan.
My friend, welcome.
Oh.
Hello, Ryder, my friend.
Oh, Huzu.
Oh, Matt.
Hello.
That was I miss you.
Our beard just got so much stronger.
Yes.
Immediately.
You're better.
I feel like anytime you add two new minds into a unit that has been together for 4 or 5 months, you're always gonna have to feel each other out, see who brings what to the table, but both as players and coaches and just as individuals, personality-wise. How are you gonna click? I think it's inevitably gonna always be a feeling out process, but I feel like both guys fit in very well right off the bat. I think it helps that we have a group of players and we've built this kind of culture within the team where everyone's joking around, everyone's happy. That's how we've managed to get through this really tough stretch, and I feel like it also enables us to welcome new additions in a much more efficient way. Okay, boys, so going into this week, obviously made a pretty substantial change in our playstyle, so there's going to be a lot of things to keep track on that we've improved with a lot, but just make sure the biggest thing that we need to stay on top of is when do we push the advantage and when do we protect it? That's the biggest thing. And we can do a much better job of microing each other and helping. You see someone trying to force a play when you know for sure we don't need to do that, step over the top of them and make sure you communicate that rather than just forcing it. Same thing, if you see someone over chasing when we have the advantage, when we can close something out, feel confident to call him out, call him by his name, and make sure we close everything out together so we're not sloppy. All right?
Okay.
All right. Don't give them anything for free, and then we're a really fucking hard team to beat. All right, let's bring it in.
Let's do this, boys.
What are we doing? The what?
Yeah.
Oh, what's the same?
Wow! Oh! That one, so they're just waving their hands.
I mean, I'd be shocked as well. I am shocked, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I know.
Talk about
What's
shocking
that?
things.
What is that shadow man there? Who's this?
All right, he's here. So I read
God.
his tweet at 3 a.m. yesterday, 20-something hours ago. This man stepped into an airplane and was on his way to this arena. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Reinforcements have arrived. This is amazing. Lovely.
The only six-man roster in the league now has their seventh man arriving in.
Hooray.
Seventh man.
A very interesting team. It seems they play up and down to their competition, just a level below. Houston's been on a skid lately. I believe they're on a 3-game losing streak. I mean, they already talked about 13-map losing streak. They got to find something to work with early on. Trying to get on the point, but there's just too much alive here for the Florida Mayhem. Format's doing his best, does get one down. Linkser has switched to the Doomfist just to try to get here in time, but I think the point will be over by then. These tanks are low, these tanks will fall.
And Florida Mayhem will be taking the first map in this series versus the Houston Outlaws. Houston Outlaws keeping the streak alive.
So the bubble drops down, the barrier down as well, so he's not going to get a ton of value from us, but drops everyone very low. Boink in a little bit of trouble. Kind of dancing in and out of the window.
Unbelievable that Boink is still here. Logix finally removes Muma. And we will have Tvik hanging in there, finds the shot on Boink, and that's going to be it. No! What? Linkser gets it at the last second, but there it is. Florida Mayhem turn it around. It looked dicey on the second point.
End of half. Okay, so like before the map. Yep. Thank you. Making your Finnish brother proud.
Challenge that payload. We do have the trance now in play here for Zupe. There we go. Sure enough, it is going to be... Oh, what a shot from Linkster. And it's only a matter of time now before Houston Outlaws whittle down these tanks and get that payload to the point.
He got mad out of mech, but that's not enough. He's deadly with the baby blaster. Houston is fighting back in this matchup. Will take Hollywood.
Yeah, the Houston game was kind of heartbreaking. We were up 2-0 and then we actually got reverse swept and they got the 3 maps after that. It is really soul crushing as a player and as a teammate to see the situations turn up like that.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously a very rough way to lose, but considering how we looked last week, I think it's a step in the right direction. I feel like we played a lot better. We gave ourselves a really good chance to win. We were 1 play away from winning the set, which we weren't last week. That being said, obviously there's still so much work to do. There's like the synergy could get better, and the way we read situations get better. We can play better individually in situations, even though individually we made a lot of plays today and we could hang with them on all maps. So there's really not much to say except for we go back here tomorrow and we do the same. We give ourselves a chance to win. We play like a team, and yeah, that's all we can do. I think first day with Zappis and R2der went relatively well. In general, it's going to be a learning process for everyone because obviously we've just been kind of the 7 of us, the 7 voices, and now you have outside perspectives. People who come in with different ideas that might or might not work, and then you try them, but ultimately you're all pulling in the same direction, you're all looking to learn. I think it helps me a lot, the fact that I have someone to bounce ideas off, someone who can come in with a fresh perspective, teach something new, because obviously I have a lot on my plate and it's difficult to really focus in on some key issues. I might not notice something because I'm too focused on something else. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to developing that synergy with R2der because he's very knowledgeable about the game, but it's about us being able to work together to really bring the best out of each other and obviously the players, which is the ultimate goal.
I think I bring mostly like my experience, obviously my hero pool, like I'm a pretty flexible player, so I can fill in like flex tanks, flex supports, a couple of DPS heroes as well. Like somewhat of a backbone to the team and I kind of fill in whenever on what position is needed.
Oh! No, Mickey!
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 Oh, silent. Give me game face. Give me game face. Give your game face. Give him your game face. Mickey got all this. Nothing. Am I look good on camera? Thank you. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm looking at you.
Oh. I have a good question for you.
Oh yeah?
When? When? I just wonder when.
Oh, I don't know. What is that question? It's so random.
Kevin, you should play rock, paper, scissors with Mickey to see who takes the first map.
It's rigged.
Let's go.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Does Fuel taking on the Florida Mayhem. Man, there's no other way to put this. Florida are looking for wins desperately.
And they were so close yesterday. I was watching that match against the Outlaws and like they started 2-0 and it's like, okay, this is going to be a huge win for Florida. Maybe, they get Zappis, they have the new coach in, they have the 2 other players coming in a bit later. I'm like, maybe this is the win they need to turn it around, and then they lost. Logic's forced to recall, he knows he needs to get back to the point, but the Florida Mayhem, they're so staggered right now. They may have just thrown the map away, Matt. It's going to be tough to deal with Rascal on the high ground. I'd say very, very tough to try and close the gap, but no, Mickey gets mounted with that self-destruct, and that'll be it. The Dallas Fuel slugged their way through. It was a very back and forth map. Switch changes targets and finds AKM, but is traded out. There was never going to be any follow-up there, especially with how split up the Mayhem are right now. Zupair and Logix are on that high ground. Tvik is going to tickle the point over here. All he can do is try and stand on it. Effect comes up a little bit short there. Oh no! Tvik couldn't get to the point. He had to recall early. And Logix was too late to get there, and there it is. AKM feeling it. Very good round from him, very good map in general.
I think the biggest thing on I think Kanamura played well. On this map, I think is just a huge lack of teamwork and decisiveness. I feel like that first push, we just end up standing in the corner, taking spam, and just like really not doing anything, you know? Yeah. A lot of decisiveness. Like the first fight on Village, we win that fight, right? But this is what it looks like. We win the wipe, and we're like, okay, we can't give up control either. So we stand on the point, a Diva gets on the point, and this is what it looks like. Logi shoots the soldier a little bit. Obviously, he can't hold top anymore. He drops. He starts shooting the Diva a little bit. He goes behind point. Someone calls, can we go in the soldier top? Swoosh calls, can we go in the Zen stalls? Yeah. And then there's a Diva on the point that we just chunked to 200 HP, and we have two different ideas. We're not shooting like the same target at all, and like just whatever you guys want to call there, just call it, and everyone commit. Everyone commit to the Diva. We DMAC her in 1 second. We probably close out that fight. And I was like, can we do this? Can we do that? And it's like there's no decisiveness.
So our game against Houston Atlas, we obviously started with a 2-0 lead, which ended up being a reverse sweep in their favor. Mentally, it was a very hard game to process. It was one of our better starts this stage, so that was definitely hard to mentally reset for me personally. But obviously, I think moving into our next game the day afterwards, I think it actually helped us mentally. We were down 0-2 versus Dallas Fuel. And I think in halftime, I basically said to the team, like, hey, if Houston can do this to us, we can do this to Dallas. So
he should be cut down rather quickly, as looks like the Dallas Fuel should be able to push the payload the distance. Tvik still on it, though. It'll be a self-destruct from Mickey. As Tvik still alive here, Mitch.
Harry trying to stay alive. Tvik chasing. Harry's done well this so far, but now the rest of the Florida Mayhem are coming in. They might be able to turn this around. Unbelievable! Mickey's looking low. Tvik's going to go up. He gets taken down by AKM in the distance. They've got to get rid of Mickey. Damage must be done, but it was two supports and a Diva there. Not really what you're hoping for. AKM in the distance, striving to get the damage down, and he's found a couple of targets. But who's on the payload for the Dallas Fuel? It's Chips, but he wasn't there. It's a map 5.
How did Tvik stay alive for so long?
Let's go. One more, boys. One more.
This may be the fight that decides it, Mitch. 90% for the Mayhem, 97% for the Fuel. It'll be Logix taking out Taimu early. You don't have your main tank in the fight.
Mickey needs to be able to remake here. He needs to be able to get back in alive, and it looks like he's going to be okay for now. The Florida Mayhem are slowly encircling their point. They're not committing fully to it. Mickey's there, though. His self-destruct didn't get any kills. Trying to for Zupair over and over the point. Now it's going to be Taimu throwing himself in with a primal rage. Try and keep this one going, but it's just him. It's just Taimu against the entirety of the Florida Mayhem. 99-97, and overtime is done. It's dusted. It's going to be a desperate attempt for the Tracer of Effect to jump onto the point. He recalls out, goes again, but he's low. Surely that's it. Surely it's over. Tvik is stalling in the back. Yes! The Florida Mayhem, it's their second win of the season. They now go to 2-14 for the Dallas Fuel. What a marathon match. So many changes up in composition and in roster. But the Mayhem survived it, and they've doubled their winning total now for the season.
And you just see Swoosh just jump up, so happy here. As the Mayhem, after that tough loss yesterday against the Outlaws, they battle back here today. You know, a lot of teams would have folded after being down 0-2. They complete a reverse sweep of their own here, taking out the Dallas Fuel.
You guys just did it. A reverse sweep against the Fuel. Now, what kind of discussions did you guys have during halftime in your dugout?
Well, we felt like Hanamura went pretty well for us, and just like overall we didn't really like just cut it out in the end, but especially Nepal, we felt like everything was just completely disconnected, and we just went through it a little bit, and then we just talked with each other, and just after that, you know, it just started connecting, and we just started playing like our game.
Yeah, I know. Get reverse swept. Reverse sweep. Right back. This is good for us. Taste the victory again. Respark everything, and we still have a lot.
in the
so
works.
So much to improve
Yeah,
on.
we have so much to improve on. A lot in the works. A lot of things changing. We have Ryder and Zappis here.
Ryder and Zapper.
Zabber.
Well, you know his name used to be Zapshot or something.
Yeah.
He was a Zapper.
Moving tomorrow is a lot easier.
Yes, moving tomorrow becomes a lot less stressful. All right, boys, let's go back.
I think winning both games, because we definitely had a chance to win both sets, but I feel like the way it transpired with us losing to Houston in the most devastating fashion ever and having less than 24 hours to regroup, shake it off mentally, because that type of a loss, it's not easy to shake off, and then come back and drop the first 2 maps and then bring it back to win 3 straight against Dallas. I mean, it's something I echoed to the players after the game, is that these 2 games personify really what the team is about and what the players are about. They're like, I can't even fathom, I don't know how hard it was for me, but I can't even fathom how it is for the players to be in that situation and actually muster up the motivation, the courage, to just bring out the best of their ability and make that impressive of a comeback when it feels like everything is lost. So it was really awesome to witness, and I feel like it was a huge load off everyone's shoulders.
I'll show you the walk into the room, dude.
Get back in? Get back in. Good job, boys.
Fucking proud of you boys. Good fucking job.
Hey, Joe!
Hey, Joe! You're too
worth it.
It's
Fucking
4:15
worth it,
and
dude.
you're being too loud. I already know.
What do you mean, Joe? That's the perfect time.
Great job, guys. I'm really fucking proud of you guys.
Thanks,
Keep
Joe.
it up now, alright?
Thanks, Dad.
We felt like we were monsters, and then the rest was so good. It felt so good hearing and watching the comms.
Huh? We won again. It happened.
I don't know. The first map, the comms were pretty good.
Awesome to finally win. I think like this set kind of defines how we have been the whole season, like in terms of our resilience. Any day we go into a game, it never feels like we're a 113 team, when you look at where our confidence is. And 214. And I feel like I'm really happy that we've established a sense of confidence where we can brush ourselves off and we can come back stronger every week, and we look to learn and we don't give up. It's really fucking easy to give up when you're down like this, and none of you have, and I really appreciate that. And you guys really deserve this.
The experience has been really fun. I really like hanging out with the team, and we have like 2 matches already, and I really liked spectating and analyzing the game and see how the guys did. Meddling too much into those matches I think it would have brought more harm than good. So we were kind of in the background and still getting the feel how the team plays, and it's kind of different from watching boards back in Finland. I think Ryder is a really smart coach. What he said after second match, he brings up like positional things, he brings up so much more insight to the game, and I think he will be a great help for the team. Well, personally I want to prove that I belong here. I belong in the Overwatch League, and I can keep up with the performance, I can keep up with the other players, I can be a positive influence for my team. I'm gonna hold to the record, I'm never lost in the arena, so watch out for that.